After watching the video from Saturday, what did you like? Where did you fall a little short?
Yeah, well, offensively first drive, efficient there, making some plays, run game and all that. I think overall on the field, I felt like the tackling maybe was better than it actually was. We looked on the tape and missed some tackles that we got to get cleaned up. So it was an awesome opportunity just to learn. That many snaps, kind of about your whole roster, young to old, kind of where you're at, what we got to emphasize this week. Schematically, what complements and we got to put in and stuff. So we learned a bunch.
With 2 weeks left, where do you feel like the most competitive position battles are at?
Yeah, that's interesting. I think, I'm quick to say really a lot of them. Secondary, thinking about a couple of spots there in the secondary. Inside linebacker, I think that's heavy. The second spot next to Easton probably. There's a lot of opportunity on the edge of the defense. We've got a lot of guys we think can contribute, so that's pretty competitive. I think quarterback goes back and forth. That thing's pretty competitive. O-line wise, a lot of these reps these guys are getting, they're making some strides, a couple of spots pushing to be in that depth chart. So there's a lot.
Is it pretty wide open for the two guard spots, or?
Yeah, that's kind of what you're thinking with Tanner rotating through there, Grant Stark in a bunch of reps, and sure Elu where he's headed. So that thing's competitive.
Coach, people talk about programs getting turned around. They talk about what you've done, but what do you think of the job Brennan's done at San Jose State?
Yeah, really solid. Knows that place well, recruits to it really well. Schematically on both sides, they've established an identity, and it's played out year after year. Does a really, really good job.
Do you like the fact that they play a week before you, so you can see their video, or they get the first game?
Yeah, there's some back and forth. Obviously, the look at the video is nice. At the same time, first games, you're working through some mechanics and hiccups that take place, and so they'll get that out of the way. So I'm kind of 50-50 on it.
What are you looking for when you mix up the teams as much as you did today between the first and the second team?
Well, just opportunity for everybody, and then there's the differences, like when a guy gets to run with the ones, when he's surrounded with some guys that a little more experienced or execute a little bit better, and so there's opportunities there. We're going to do that the next few days to continue to push, and try to find some clarity on who should be running with the ones and that kind of thing.
Which freshmen look like they could make the two deep at the outset of the season at least?
I think McCoy's doing some good things at corner. He can run. He's athletic. Had a few nice snaps in the scrimmage as a true freshman. That's kind of what I think Chisholm's coming along, and he's learning. It's moving fast on him, but athletically and special teams and stuff, I think it's be a contributor. He comes to mind. David Wells, the wideout part, he's done a good job making some plays. So
Collins.
Yeah, Thomas Collins has been around it at the D line. I can see that guy being a part.
Howard not yet, or
not yet on Kelsey, but he's working. Yeah. And again, we're still practice 11 today.
Yeah, I'm just saying for the start of the season, not for down the road.
We didn't see Aiden today. Is he all right?
Working through a little soreness in his arm, and so we just tried to lighten the load. But he's fine. Should be good to go tomorrow. Hopefully.
After a couple of weeks, how do you like the depth at tight end? What do you think of that group?
Yeah, like that group. I do think we got depth. We got multiple guys put in the game. Jack's had a bunch of good catches out here. Overman, steady. Eddie knows the thing inside and out. Jermaine and Riley Sharp had some catches today. Bryce Caulfield pushing through with some injury part, but Gabe. So yeah, we got 5-6 guys. I can see them being in there.
Seems like Anthony's maybe been a little bit more of some more opportunities, throws the last few days.
Gould.
Gould. Was that by design to maybe like look to some younger guys early in camp?
Ian was a little bit limited early in camp too, but we want to get that guy the ball. He can make some plays with him and Silas and Irish. Those guys running around. We think we got some difference makers there. And Ant's going to have big days because he's a really good player.
Has there been any separation at quarterback?
Not totally. Again, it's day to day, and we're going to be a body of work. I thought, in the scrimmage, DJ did play pretty well, but Ben's had some really good days and understanding it. Aiden, when he's been fully healthy previously, so not glaring.
At receiver, it looks like 1, 2, 3 is kind of probably close to set, but the 4, 5, and 6 guys, how wide open is that?
That's pretty wide open. Hey, I'll be honest with you. It's pretty wide open. And guys are just getting chances. That's why I'm back to mixing the teams, running with the ones, and then running with the twos at times, even the threes. Every rep counts, but that is wide open.
Alton Julian was out there
Yeah.
some more today. Is he getting more and more, or is he not still not cleared?
Not clear to be full, but he's getting some team reps when we're not live, and he's progressing, and we're really hopeful that he can contribute this year.
I mean, you're not super hopeful for the opener, but
Well, we'll see. I mean, again, we're getting almost halfway at camp, but when he's cleared, he's a good player, and we're hopeful that happens sooner or later.
Where do things stand with the kicker? Those
Those
two-
guys were like perfect today again. I mean, that thing's a battle. Kicked it really well in the scrimmage, so I feel like we got two guys right now playing well.
Yeah.
How did you feel like the second team offensive line held up against some of the first team defensive line guys today? I mean, the first team's had such a good camp, but so it's a pretty big challenge for those second teams. How'd you think they fared?
I mean, today just walking off, I think they had a couple good reps. There's plenty to clean up. You're right. You got to get 5 guys on the same page working at the same time. So they're battling, and it's good for them to face that kind of competition and keep pushing with it. There's some things to clean up.
You were high on the defensive line going into camp. How have you felt 2 weeks in? Just as much or better about it? Or?
Yeah, I feel pretty solid. Like I'm saying, the experience, the strength. I think it shows up. James Rawls, Sione, even Hodge had a couple good sacks today. Would have tagged off on sacks, and Golden's been steady. The young guys, Takari's had a great camp. Athletic, move around. He's up 275 pounds and playing on that edge. So pleased with him.
Anyone out for an extended period that wasn't already out for a while?
Nothing. No.
So you're pretty good shape. At
That
least
way.
through 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Nothing nearly season ending. I'm not even sure we got a guy right now that's for the opener.
Right.
At quarterback, are you looking for? Would it be best for the team if somebody were to just make it absolutely clear he's the guy, get behind me, and we're going to pull the train? Is that better than having a close call?
I mean, it's kind of how you look at it. Sure, there's a benefit on the leadership part, the amount of reps and timing when you only have really solidified one guy at the same time. Competition, I'm convinced, pushes guys to be better. It's only going to be valuable. Often seasons you're playing more than one guy because of different circumstances, injuries, and all that, and you want to be prepared for it.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.